Thanks for watching the Daily Debate Live Wednesdays with Taghrit Hussein here on Nile TV International. Tonight we'll be embarking on a journey across continents. We'll be bridging the ancient wonders of Egypt and Mexico. Like two civilizations etched in the sands of time, Egypt and Mexico both together share a legacy of grandeur. The pyramids rising against the sky, the cultures that are steeped in rich tradition, and the history of resilience that continue to shape our modern path. Beyond the echoes of the past, Egypt and Mexico stand today as dynamic forces in diplomacy, in trade, culture, and in education. Egypt, a global gateway across Africa, connecting Africa, Asia, and Europe, and Mexico, a strategic bridge between North and South America. Both are bound by shared values and aspirations. Together, they weave a narrative of cooperation, of growth, and also of mutual understanding. Tonight, we have the honor of welcoming our guest of honor for tonight, Her Excellency Ambassador Leonora Rueda, Her Excellency Ambassador of Mexico to Egypt, on the first time exclusively on Nile TV International and our studios. My guest of honor tonight. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for coming.
Thank you, Taghrit, for having me here. Happy, as always, to see you.
We're always happy to see you and to connect with you and to connect both cultures, Egypt and Mexico. Viva Egypt, viva Mexico. Together we'll be talking about our ever-strengthening bilateral ties between Egypt and Mexico. We'll be exploring also together economic opportunities. We'll be talking about the cultural exchanges that bind both nations and both societies, and the diplomatic mission and endeavors that pave the way definitely for a brighter future. In the bustling heart of Cairo, where ancient history meets the modern vibrancy, Ambassador Leonora has been a pivotal figure in strengthening ties between Egypt and Mexico. Her tenure has been marked by cultural exchanges, by economic collaborations, and a deep appreciation for Egypt's rich traditions. As we're having the honor and pleasure to host Her Excellency tonight, let's first delve into her experience, her achievements, and her unique perspectives that she's bringing to her diplomatic mission. Let's watch.
Since her arrival in Cairo, Ambassador Leonora Rueda has been a dynamic force in strengthening ties between Egypt and Mexico. Her tenure has been marked by a series of impactful initiatives that have not only deepened diplomatic relations, but also fostered cultural and educational exchanges between the two nations. The ambassador is a diplomat with a wealth of experience in international relations. She pursued her academic endeavors at the Faculty of Political and Social Sciences at the National Autonomous University of Mexico. Her thesis titled "The Movement of Non-Aligned Countries in Contemporary World Dynamics" earned her honorable mention, showcasing her early dedication and expertise in the field of diplomacy. Entering the Mexican Foreign Service in 1990 marked the beginning of her illustrious career in diplomacy. Her diplomatic career includes roles such as Director of the Border Affairs and Cooperation, Minister at the Mexican Embassy in Hanoi, Vietnam, Ambassador to Jamaica, also accredited to the Bahamas, and Ambassador to New Zealand. She has also served as Permanent Representative of Mexico to the Seabed Authority and Special Advisor for Migration Affairs to the Under-Secretary for Multilateral Affairs and Human Rights. As of 2023, she is serving as the Ambassador of Mexico to Egypt. In her current role as an ambassador of Mexico to Egypt, she continues to uphold the values of diplomacy and friendship. Her efforts to enhance bilateral relations between Egypt and Mexico have been commendable, with a focus of fostering dialogue, cooperation, and coordination across various sectors. One of the ambassador's notable contributions is her emphasis on cultural diplomacy. Recognizing the rich literacy traditions of both countries, she spearheaded a translation competition in collaboration with Egypt's National Center for Translation. This initiative aimed to introduce Mexican literature to Arabic-speaking audiences, thereby building bridges of understanding through the written world. In addition to the literary endeavors, Ambassador Rueda has been instrumental in promoting educational collaborations. She facilitated the donation of significant coalition of Mexico bibliographic works to the Biblioteca Alexandrina, one of Egypt's most esteemed cultural institutions. This gesture not only enriched the library's collection, but also provided scholars and readers with valuable resources of Mexican heritage and culture as well. The ambassador's commitment to social causes is evident in her outreach efforts. She visited one of Egypt's most famous leading pediatric oncology center in Cairo, where she spent time with young patients, offering them gifts and words of encouragement. Her visit underscored the importance of compassion and international solidarity in addressing health challenges. Throughout her tenure, the ambassador has actively participated in various cultural events, including art exhibitions that celebrates the creative expressions of both Egypt and Mexico artists. These events have served as a platform for cross-cultural dialogue, fostering multilateral appreciation and understanding. Ambassador Leonora Rueda's tenure in Egypt has been a tapestry woven with threads of cultural exchange, educational collaboration, and heartfelt diplomacy. Her efforts have not only fortified the bonds between Egypt and Mexico further, but also have laid the groundwork for a lasting partnership built on mutual respect and shared aspirations.
So, welcome back, and that was the Mexican air all over and the Mexican aura. Ambassador Leonora, well, you've always been talking about this sense of connection, about this sense of friendship with Egypt. In your writings, you also elaborated of this special connection binding both nations, Egypt and Mexico. Let's talk about the story behind.
Oh, thank you, Tagrid. Again, well, you know, Mexico and Egypt, we have more than over 65 years since we established relations in 1958. All this time we have had special moments of the relations. Actually, the other day I went to a museum in Alexandria, and I saw the picture of one of our former presidents, Echeverria, with President Sadat.
Yeah.
In Alexandria, at the library there. So that reminds me that we have had these very well connected relations from long time, and still we are working, focusing and strengthening more over the relation.
Yes, our sense of relations are definitely an example to follow suit. We're talking about a sense of friendship, upholding values of friendship and diplomacy throughout. As ambassador of Mexico, I guess this mission to Egypt is very special to you, Ambassador, isn't it?
It's very special. First, for me, it's the first time that I am in Africa, that I am in a Muslim country and an Arab country. So, and a country that I find very close to Mexico in many areas, many diverse areas of the relation. I find people and principles, actually values, very similar among our two countries.
Yes, our relations are actually built on a sense of mutual respect and friendship. We share more on historic grandeur, of course, sharing a vision for the future together, sharing a sense of respect and ambition. Also, we see eye to eye politically vis-à-vis regional and international issues.
Yes, well, you know, we focus on strengthening this dialogue, political dialogue, in many areas: education, economy, We have, as you say, a shared vision and common interest in this area. So that has been easy for me to push on them with the governmental offices, with academic institutions, with the social sector, civil society.
Yeah.
No, it's very important
Yes.
in this framework of relationship.
Yes, it is very important, from the mighty Nile, actually, that breathes life into Egypt, to the Aztec sun that shines over Mexico. Our lands are actually bound together in the sense of deep appreciation for culture, for heritage, for global influence, for economic cooperation. Actually, during the tenure of Ambassador Leonora, we find new investment and economic opportunities that started actually breathing in our deep sense of economic collaboration, Ambassador, isn't it?
Yes, well, we have working hard to try to expand the work that companies, Mexican companies, are already here in Egypt. A very good example is Cemex, Mexican Cements, that they are having a very important role in their develop of their products. And the same in entertainment, for instance, we have Kidzania, that they have developed also an excellent role in promoting education, actually, to the young people, and for them to introduce them to the world of jobs.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
And so I think they accomplish both sides of the issue, to learn and to put into practice what they learn.
And this is very important in developing relations, because we have more than one cornerstone. We have culture, we have education, we have people-to-people relations. I guess bridging continents, strengthening Egyptian-Mexican relations has been a very important and a noble aim. Let's see this report that finds similarities in culture and history between Egypt and Mexico. Viva Egypt, viva Mexico.
Egypt and Mexico, two nations rich in history and culture, have cultivated a diplomatic relation since 1958. This partnership has flourished over the decades, encompassing various sectors such as culture, tourism, education, and economy. In an era of globalization, fortifying these ties offers mutual benefits, leveraging Egypt's strategic global position and Mexico's dynamic growth. Strategically located at the crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe, Egypt serves as a vital hub for international trade and diplomacy. Beyond its geographic advantages, Egypt boasts a rich cultural heritage and has been an active member of international organizations, including the United Nations, and the International Monetary Fund, and the World Trade Organization. This effective and active participation highlights Egypt's commitment to global cooperation and development. Both Egypt and Mexico are renowned for their ancient civilizations, with the pyramids of Giza and the temples of Tutankhamun standing as testaments to their rich histories. This shared legacy offers a unique opportunity for cultural exchange programs, fostering mutual appreciation and understanding. Collaborative initiatives in the arts, music, and cinema can further enrich both societies. Educational partnerships such as student exchange programs and joint research projects can enhance academic excellence and innovation, drawing from each nation's rich intellectual traditions. Tourism plays a pivotal role in the economies of both nations. Egypt's iconic monuments and Mexico's vibrant cultural festivals attract millions of visitors annually. Collaborative efforts in this sector, including joint marketing campaigns and shared best practices in sustainable tourism, can boost visitor numbers and revenues. By promoting each other's tourist attractions, Egypt and Mexico tap in new markets, offering travelers diverse and enriching experiences. The economic landscapes of Egypt and Mexico are ripe for collaboration. Egypt's strategic location offers Mexican businesses a gateway to African, Asian, and European markets. Conversely, Mexico's proximity to North and South America provides Egyptian enterprises access to these regions. Bilateral trade between the two nations is characterized with key products including car parts, textiles, gas and oil casing tubes. Strengthening economic ties through trade agreements and investment opportunities further enhances these relations, fostering growth and prosperity. For Mexico, deepening relations with Egypt aligns with its broader foreign policy objectives of diversifying partnerships and expanding its global footprint. Engaging with Egypt not only opens doors to the African continent but also strengthens Mexico's presence in the Middle East. Collaborative ventures in renewable energy, technology and infrastructure can yield more significant benefits, leveraging Egypt's strategic position and resources. Moreover, joint efforts in addressing global challenges such as climate change and sustainable development enhance both nations' standing on the international stage. The Egyptian-Mexican relations, in fact, stands as a testament to the potential of cross-continental collaboration. By capitalizing on shared cultural heritage, tourism appeal, educational excellence, and economic opportunities, both nations can further forge a partnership that not only benefits their citizens but also contributes to global stability and prosperity as well. In a world increasingly defined by the interconnectedness, the strategic alliance between Egypt and Mexico offers a model for international cooperation.
Nice Mexican soft power and art, and a beautiful song that brings about the aura of Mexico, Ambassador.
Oh yes, yes. They resume in words, with music, what we are.
Yeah, definitely. Special identity, literary collaboration also reached new heights by establishing a contest to translate the Mexican literature into Arabic. This was under the supervision of the National Center for Translators. So now we can actually find in Arabic The White Dragon and the other forgotten characters by the Mexican author Adolfo Cordova, for instance. So bridging nations, because as we know that translation is considered in itself a bridge.
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. And let me tell you, I have been amazed how many Egyptians speak Spanish and are interested in learning Spanish. And that's why the embassy took the initiative together with the National Center for Translators in launching this contest. Now we are going for the third edition of the contest, and it has been a wonderful tool mainly for Egyptian translators to push themselves into the translation of the books from Spanish, Mexican literature into Arabic. And at the end, the winner gets the publicity of the book translated into Arabic and some other monetary prize that they win. And I think that it has been wonderful for them to motivate the participation of translators or students in translation. And I am very happy that many women are participating in this context too.
That's great. We're also forging, Ambassador, a sense of partnership in the field of tourism. I know that there has been a restoration of the Theban tomb 39 in Luxor, quite significant. and you're very much interested in this dimension.
Yes, I think Mexico, as well as Egypt, we are very proud from our historical, archaeological, cultural heritage. And as part of that, you know, we share very much this interest. And this group of Egyptian, members of the Egyptian society in Mexico, almost 20 years ago, they were working in the TT-39, as we call it, in Luxor, and I have the fortune to be the ambassador here, where they finish their work and they deliver the rehabilitation of the tomb to the Egyptian government. So I think it has been one of the great achievements that the relations have seen, and I hope they continue working in another tomb.
Yes, definitely, because those are like history-making headlines, smashing headlines, and our ancient Egyptians, the pharaohs, our grand ancestors never stop to amaze us and surprise us. Also, another cornerstone, Ambassador, is the field of education. Education is very important. Another bridge of communication, another source of investment, let me say, especially that His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is always keen on investing in the human being, in the Egyptian people. Bina al-Insan, building the human being, is considered to be a very important pillar and a cornerstone for Egypt.
Exactly, and I think we cannot agree more with this objective of bringing together through education, the relationship and the exchange of experience, technology exchange. Now that is so important, the artificial intelligence, also to have this connection between our two countries, our people, the students. We are promoting also to have more scholarships in education for Egyptians or students that are studying Spanish or in different fields. We have had Egyptians that go to Mexico in the medicine area, for instance. And here we have had also students in medicine, biologists, of course archaeologists. Even we have ballet dancers here, Mexican ballet dancers here, and we hope more Egyptians to go to Mexico.
Yes,
in this in the educative area.
So that this sense of educational exchange, cultural exchange, touristic exchange also. What was quite interesting also, knowing that, you know, Biblioteca Alexandrina is considered to be the cultural hub where we find different cultures, and we were really amazed to see Mexican heritage books at the Biblioteca, and I guess it was your effort behind that, Ambassador.
Well, the efforts of the embassy. We always work as a team, and yes, it was a great initiative to ask Mexico to the network of libraries of the historical center of Mexico to donate all books for the Alexandrina library, Biblioteca, to give this, we gave almost 40 books in different areas for them to enrich the work of the researchers and the academic people that go to the library, to the Biblioteca, to make studies, you know, in different areas. So, and we have also, we are waiting for another package of books to give to the new library of the new capital.
Yes, that's nice. We have many initiatives actually between our nations that are blossoming and actually opening new horizons in different collaborations, not only cultural field but also in sustainable development, in the social field, also in the field of women empowerment. And Her Excellency Ambassador Leonora is a great testament of women empowerment, of women in diplomacy. Let me say, and since we are approaching actually March 8th, the International Women's Day, and we're celebrating tonight the great effort of Ambassador Leonora as an example of women empowerment. Tell me, Ambassador, women in diplomacy, and you're a great march and many steps throughout your career, as it has been narrated in the profile at the start of the episode. What are the challenges for women diplomats, and how about women who would love to start a career as diplomats? What would you tell them tonight?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, that the world is there open for women.
Yeah.
Mexico, we, fortunately, we have a international feminist policy in international relations at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mexican Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We have part of our development includes to have a feminist international policy.
Yeah, an international representation, women.
Yes, well, as a part of the normativity in the ministry, we have this international feminist policy. It means that we have to promote the vision of gender vision through for all the issues and that we develop in our job. To promote the participation of women in all their areas, to have an inclusive point of view in all what we develop. And I will tell women that would like to be diplomats, go for it. There is nothing, no obstacles there, just the wish and to be one of them.
Yes, definitely, and the career in diplomacy is very promising. The sky is the limit, and definitely it brings about memories, visiting different countries, representing your country, having lots of friends in every country and every place you visit. I guess it's a very colorful story.
Yes, it's very interesting. I should say that, well, there are some obstacles, sometimes mainly within the family development, you know, because sometimes you have to change country and the children are in the school.
Right.
So you have to look to see how you continue with the family. Nevertheless, I think always you can find some solidarity all around the world, and I hope that worldwide the role of women will be more understandable and comprehensive of all the needs as a women we have with the family.
Yes. Well, Ambassador, always they say when I meet different ambassadors, and many ambassadors are friends, they always speak of Egypt's mission as a very special mission, actually, in their career. And lots of aspects in the Egyptian society, you find it quite resonating, the Egyptians with their hospitality, with their kindness, with their smile, welcoming foreigners, and being amicable and lovely. So we have lots of similarities between the Egyptian culture, between the Egyptian people and the Mexican people. What are those?
Yes, indeed. It was one of my great surprises to find that we have many similarities in character, in the kindness that you have, the always smiling faces.
Yes.
When you deal with the people here, always these are very gentle, very, they give everything to help you.
Yes.
They try to find a way to help you wherever you have. So I find that the friendliness of the Mexican people is very much like the Egyptian kindness and friendly way of being. That's why you feel familiar. I felt very like in family being in this country.
Yes, great to hear so, and definitely Egypt is home. Whether it's enhancing trade routes or fostering the different academic partnerships or strengthening the diplomatic cooperation on global issues, Actually, Egypt and Mexico are working hand in hand towards a very promising future. We're talking also public-private partnerships, Ambassador. We're talking strengthening bilateral ties. How about the public-private partnerships in our relations?
Well, I think that's the base of the success of whatever project that we go through.
Yeah.
We have to take advantage of the strength of the force of government and the private sector. We have to work like a team together in order for us to really take advantage of that partnership. And it's the only way, I think, to get the success if we work on that basis.
Yes, definitely. The sky is always the limit. I know that we're working together also on many infrastructure projects, though many oceans like separate us. However, we keep, so to speak, united in spirit together, continuing to inspire and to uplift one another in the world today. So tell me more about Mexico's contribution to the different developmental projects in Egypt. As you can see, there are great developmental projects taking place and has changed the face of life in Egypt as a whole.
Yes, well, really, we don't have companies that are really working in the large scale infrastructure in Egypt, but we have a lot of potential to work on that.
Right.
And we have had identified actually some areas, for instance, the ones that came out when it was in November of last year, the World Urban Forum.
Yes.
No, we identified some projects in which we can work together, because together we can achieve more future relations. For instance, we have had the presence of important firms, Mexican firms, that are working or that are going to work here at the American University of Cairo, for instance, in Guna, making some residential development. So we are promoting that kind of partnership together with Egypt. And I think that we have a great potential to continue in that sense.
Yes, definitely. Regarding the strength of the Egyptian-Mexican partnership, we have exciting initiatives that are driving forward limitless possibilities. We're also working on supporting the expatriate communities, and this is also very important in both countries, because definitely the people-to-people relations are very important.
For me, really, is the base of the relationship, the people-to-people relations. In this sense, for instance, we try to have updated all the information in Mexico, about Mexico, for the people that get to know the country and that try to go to Mexico precisely, establish these relationships in all areas. I have found people, Mexicans here in Egypt, that have long lived here. I have Mexicans that actually are married already with Egyptians, and they have converted, and they are now Muslim women. And we share with them, because I have, of course, relations with the Mexican community, and we have on a regularly basis talk with them, and you can find that they are very happy here, with the families already established, and exchanging the experience between two different societies, but with the same vision for the good of the people.
Yes, definitely. The same vision for the good of the people, and we're always working in diplomacy for the sake of the people and taking our relations to great heights. Definitely this could be also done through the sense of tourism exchange, and here we share a lot. Our two nations share a lot together regarding tourism.
Yes, well, you know, we have approximately an average of 30,000 Mexicans came during last year. Unfortunately, we don't have too much Egyptians going to Mexico. Just 3,000, around 3,000 Egyptians in Mexico.
We'll increase those.
We need more Egyptians going to Mexico, of course. We have to increase that number, and of course we can develop routes and ways to promote that tourism.
Yes, more than one aspect, actually working on more than one field, where you've been meeting also with the Minister of Culture, discussing further cultural initiatives. There are health initiatives that Your Excellency has also shared in. So this sense of social work is very important too.
Of course, social work is very important, and I think that thinking that we work for having the people together, part of the social attention, no, to the less privileged, for instance, and to try to find formulas, mechanisms through which we can share experience, exchange experience. For instance, in the area of migration, we have had also interesting dialogue to see, to exchange how Egypt and Mexico deal with that phenomenon of the migration, no, or expatriates, no, that come back to the country. Now, Mexico, we have a lot of experience in that sense, and we are exchanging, strengthening the dialogue, exchange of experiences in these issues.
Yes. Well, we're working together actually on more than one front on the area of cultural exchange. We're talking also the importance of diplomacy in bridging continents. So the sky is the limit in Egyptian-Mexican relations, isn't it?
Yes, we can find very interesting points where we can go through together.
Yeah.
I think that we can have a lot of potential to explore formulas of understanding, of cooperation in all fields, and that, as you say, the limit is the sky.
The sky is the limit.
The sky is the limit. And to explore, for instance, the cultural, in art, the exchange in arts, in literature, in filming, in cuisine, the cuisine area.
We'll come to cuisine since you've mentioned, Your Excellency, cuisine. So we have some similarities too, like in Egypt, we have fool.
Yes, we have frijoles.
You have black beans?
Well, we have the beans.
You have beans?
Beans,
okay.
Because we have
fool.
It's full, in Spanish is frijoles, beans. And there are black, yellow, many kind of beans.
Okay.
No, but at the end is frijoles. And I find that the flavor of the cuisine, Egyptian cuisine, is very similar to the Mexican cuisine. Probably the only difference is that we use more chili than you.
Ah, okay, yes.
But still you have.
Yes, we do. And with the holy month of Ramadan around the corner, and I guess that you have experienced Ramadan before in Egypt, Ambassador, isn't it?
Last year I experienced, and I really appreciate the full spirit, significance that Ramadan has, the spiritual closeness with the family, the togetherness, between all the members of society, the kindness that is more visual. I saw more when you have these tables full of people that they are leaving the street.
They always say that Ramadan في مصر حاجة تانية. Ramadan in Egypt is another story, where you can feel this sense of togetherness, you can feel the family bond, you can feel the aura with the Ramadan zina or the ornaments in the street. You can feel it, the Musaharati in Suhoor, and you can feel it also in Iftar time when
Yeah.
everybody is like gathering and uniting the same meal at the same time.
Yes, and that reminds me also the Mexican way of celebrating these family
Yes, yeah.
celebrations. No,
What are
and
the famous family celebrations in Mexico?
well, really, the birthdays,
Ah.
the birthdays.
Yes.
We were together, all the family. That's another very interesting point of coincidence.
Yeah.
I noticed, for instance, when I go to the airport and some Egyptian is leaving, they go all the family. No, the mother, the father, the
escorting,
grandmother
yeah, yeah.
to
The
farewell.
yeah.
No, and it's have the same like in Mexico. All the family together to the airport,
Yeah.
or together around the table, no, to eat. And I noticed that precisely to eat, to have this dinner, this food, is not just nourishment, but is an occasion of celebration, of having
Yes.
together, of talking,
Yeah,
and
Ramadan
to
is
get
actually
closer.
an occasion to celebrate the family unity, to celebrate the sense of togetherness. And it's our favorite time of the year, you know, when people are just busy, you know, in life throughout. But when Ramadan comes, things calm down a bit. They eat together, follow rituals, and of course, all blessings. So I wish you a beautiful Ramadan, a lovely Ramadan, experiencing, maybe having a suhoor at Al Muay Street or iftar also in Oriental Egyptian style.
Well, Ramadan Karima.
Allahu Akram, Ramadan Kareem, Allahu Akram, Ambassador, Allahu Akram. Before we leave, let me ask you, Ambassador, for a message through Nile TV International, the voice of Egypt, to the whole world, maybe to our fellow countrymen in Mexico watching us and all around the world. What messages would you like to direct from Nile TV today about Egypt, the Egyptian people, the life in Egypt?
Well, being one day before the starting Ramadan, I wish peace, love, and care for each other. And being so different in cultures around the world, the one thing that gets us together is that we all are human beings, and that we are one family at the end, and that it has to be understanding that just love, togetherness, understanding, respect is the basis of this dream that we can have one world.
Right. I thank you very much, Your Excellency. My guest of honor tonight, Her Excellency Leonora Rueda, Mexico's ambassador to Egypt. Thank you so much for
Thank you, Tahrir.
coming to Nile TV International tonight exclusively, and maybe the last episode before the holy month starts. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I wish you a happy Ramadan in Egypt, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much, and for all the audience, Ramadan Karim.
Allahu Akram. Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear viewers, for joining us. That was the Daily Debate for tonight, and I'm Taghreed Hussein, thanking you all for watching.